right now that has to be repaid somehow, some way. And your idea of taking it from one fund and putting it to another is great. It can pay that off, start out at zero, but then what happens in 2013? Based on the current tax.
So you're saying every year you're going to be short this?
Right, because based on the current tax rate, the money that's raised from those taxes is always going to be $300,000 less than what's needed to fund the budget.
So you're consistently short?
So there, you have to either raise the taxes or...
Oh, I thought you were just like short one time. I came in late.
This is right. But back to your thing about the borrowing, I agree with that. We have $1.5 million or $1 million, and we have that money earmarked for the sewers. And he's saying that we can borrow that from ourselves and pay an interest. You'd be brain dead not to take that and pay that back at a 0% over the 10 years. Especially if you're going to get $585,000 next year from the people who are still paying for that extra sewer that they were done. That's still being put in there for the sewers all over the area, not just Exeter Park.
Because the sewer loan expired, we paid that off. So this money you're collecting is new money.
That's correct.
So
that's the way I looked at it was that's almost the same as raising taxes.
Yes. Well, it is.
Exactly.
It is. It's a tax.
Correct. So that's $585,000 worth of tax raising.
I agree with borrowing money from ourselves at no interest. But we've not paid back the money we borrowed already. And you have to put something in there that has to be paid back first.
But we said that would be done by a resolution.
Okay, let's do
I
that.
think Mr. Boyle, right?
Wait, hold on. I could go along with that. You're still $300,000 short. No matter which way you look at it. No.
Well, we're 300 now. Just fill me in, so we're all on the same page. We're $300,000 short, okay? But yet there's still some that's going to come in, right, Debbie? Come January for this year. Right. So it's not going to be a total of 300. It might be 200 when it's all said and done, right?
Right.
Just so we're on the same page. Okay. Right. Now the other issue is if we're borrowing money on a yearly basis and we're not budgeting money for the pumping station, and it floods, or we're getting high waters, and we're going out, we're spending $40,000 or $60,000 to rent pumps. The last 2 years, that's $50,000 or $100,000 that we didn't budget for because the state and everybody else was supposed to help us with these pumps. So now we're into it $100,000. That's the 100 out of the 600 that we didn't budget for, because if we do that, now we're going to have to raise taxes and do or cut services to come up with that $50,000 a year for the pumps, right?
So you're still 150 short.
So now you're 150.
That's if we get the other 100.
And that's fine. But I'm just saying to you that to go out and say that we're going to triple the tax base is, I mean, I'm not for that, but I think that, we have to figure out a solution, and it's not to eliminate every service, and it's not to eliminate the services that some people are out there saying, but the problem that we have is that if you don't raise the taxes at all, like Mr. Coleman said, and you cut the services, then you're going to be afraid of having values of people's properties go way down, because no one's going to move in here and say that they're having police protection, because then you're going to have anybody moving in here because they can run shop of the whole town because we don't have the police protection. So at the same time, what's the equal? You need to raise them a little bit if you are definitely short, and keep all the services that Mr. Boyle said to make this town what it is, and it's great. I mean, you can't compare any other town to ours. That's my take.
Or make the services more efficient. You're still going to have cutbacks on them.
And Joe, just to make a point clear, I didn't say cut all services and not raise the taxes. I said looks like taxes have to be raised. I didn't say cut all services and keep the taxes. I think taxes, looking at everything, from my novice standpoint, taxes will have to be raised.
Back to the question on the sewers. Would it be beneficial to take out a new sewer loan? And as the people are continuing to pay now, what you're doing is taking the money and banking it for these projects.
Why pay interest?
Huh?
Why pay interest?
Well, then you're agreeing to borrow money against the sewer fund.
I don't know if we have that. You have to work out the figures. You're still going to have to reduce services somewhere.
How much of the services a year? What's the total?
We have that budget. What is that? I mean, I don't know how to look on here with this one, but Joe, do you know what the police is? Do you know what the fire is? Do you know what the